Welcome to today's market report. European stock markets are seeing opening higher on Monday with the news that US President Donald Trump could shortly be discharged from hospital, reducing the hospital uncertainty that shook the markets late last week. DAX futures traded 0.5% higher at 12,700. CAC climbed 0.7% at 4,800. FTSE 100 rose 0.8% at 5,900. President Trump could return to the White House from the military hospital where he is being treated for the COVID-19 virus as early as Monday, his doctor said on Sunday. Relief about his health is likely to push equities higher as this removes an area of uncertainty ahead of next month's US presidential election. Adding to the renewed confidence, President Trump also tweeted his wish for the US Congress to reach an agreement on the latest stimulus package. This adds to the pressure on the two sides to reach a compromise, especially after Friday's disappointing official employment report. In Europe, Eurozone finance ministers are due to meet in Brussels after Monday to discuss the implementation of the much-heralded €750 billion coronavirus recovery fund. The countries whose economies have been hardest hit by the virus, including Italy, Spain and Greece, are keen to see these funds unlocked to boost the region's nascent recovery. Meanwhile, global coronavirus infections have surpassed 35 million, with the second wave continuing to surge through Europe. France reportedly plans to shut down bars in the Paris region, while US Prime Minister Boris Johnson warned of a very tough winter. The data slate in Europe includes services PMI numbers from a number of countries and also Eurozone retail sales figures on Monday. Most attention this week, however, is going to be on the release of the minutes from the latest European Central Bank meeting on Thursday. In corporate news, Swiss-based travel retailer Dufry is likely to be in the spotlight after it announced a joint venture with Alibaba, with the move into the Chinese retail travel market to be owned 51% by Alibaba and 49% by Dufry. Oil prices rebounded on Monday, boosted by comments from doctors that President Trump could leave hospital very quickly. Prices have slumped more than 4% on Friday amid uncertainty surrounding the president's health, adding to concern that rising coronavirus cases numbers that could dampen global economic recovery. Crude futures traded 2.6% higher at $38 a barrel. Brent contract rose 2.2% to $40.14 a barrel. Gold futures fell 0.5% to $1,897.85 per ounce. On the FX front, GBP/USD lifted above 129 on headlines that the UK and EU will persist with Brexit negotiations, adding to background optimism that a deal can be reached at the 11th hour. Nonetheless, Terrace Wu from OCBC Bank expects the cable to be capped by the 130 mark. Rhetoric from the negotiators on both sides were nowhere near optimistic. Although intervention from EC President van der Leyen and PM Johnson kept the talks going, the fact that the talks would continue was enough to support the GBP. Nonetheless, given the lack of material progress, we still see the 129.50 to 130 range as a cap for now. As temperatures fall and people spend more time inside, UK COVID-19 could rise, and with them depressed activity from consumers and potentially additional restrictions. After several days of infection records, the daily statistics figures may have a growing impact on sterling. The economic calendar features two speeches from Andy Haldane, chief economist at the Bank of England. The influential central banker has been relatively upbeat of late. In his second speech on Friday, he may respond to the new GDP figures for August. Markets expected an ongoing recovery in the summer, with an increase of 5.7% in output after 6.6% in July. Manufacturing production figures are also of interest. Euro-dollar is off the highs but remains better bit above 117 as the US dollar remains on the back foot amid the upbeat market mood. The optimism of US President Donald Trump's potential discharge from the medical center boosts the appetite for the risk assets at the expense of the safe haven greenback. From a near-term technical perspective, the bulls are catching a breath following a nearly 30 pip bounce from daily lows of 117.09, courtesy of the falling wedge breakout confirmed on the hourly chart. The dollar index was little changed at 93.789, while traders adjusted their positions in safe harbor currencies. Against the safe haven yen, the dollar rose 0.2% to 105.515. This is today's market news. Thanks for listening. We'll see you next time.